What's up, YouTube? DJ Kryptonite here, talking boxing, combat sports, and all that jazz. I gotta, I gotta, I was just thinking about Terrance Crawford and his latest, I guess, antics. I don't want to call them antics. I don't want to disrespect the man. I know boxing is a business, and what you have to do is put yourself in a position to maximize the money, as well as as well as maximizing your reputation by making good fights. And right now, I don't think Terrance Crawford is doing that. I think he's I don't know if Bob Arum has a valid point, saying that Terrance Crawford was difficult to deal with, difficult to work with, not a good boxer to promote. It may be signs of that now. And the reason being is because Terrance Crawford has been radio silent for a while now. I know he was having some issues with the promotional company under Top Rank with Bob Arum, so he was dealing with some legal issues and that sort of thing. But right now, I believe he's a free agent. So as it stands, he should be trying to make fights that would actually elevate his career, elevate his status. Although most folks rank him as like the number one pound for pound, between him and Canelo, it just depends. But he's doing nothing for that reputation. After a while, that the reputation goes away. It's almost like, what have you done for me lately? What has he done lately to actually garner the praise and the status that he has, but is slowly degrading? Because, like I said, you can be pound for pound, but if you don't fight for a year, folks are going to look around like, well, this guy's been fighting pretty regularly, and he's had some significant fights in the past 12 months. He's probably going to surpass you as on that pound for pound list. Right now, he's getting by on his past reputation, not his current situation, because it's been lackluster. And for him to even think that he's going to have some sort of leverage in negotiating with Errol Spence moving forward without a fight, I don't know when the last time he fought at least a significant fight. I don't even know. I can't even recall. So this is going to be fairly interesting when it comes down to negotiating with Errol Spence, because it looks as though he's waiting until the outcome of Errol Spence, Yordenis Ugas. He's waiting for the outcome of that, when he could have taken or tried to push for a fight with Keith Thurman. He could have fought Ennis. He could have fought a number of folks. He was even talking about moving up to fight one of the Charlos, Jamel Charlo at 154, which I thought would have been a mistake, but I'm glad he didn't take on that challenge. It was just too big of a risk for him, I would think. And I probably should have known he wasn't, because that is a risky fight. But I don't get his strategy or his tactics in setting up for the Errol Spence fight. Who's to say that the only reason Errol Spence is going to fight Terrance Crawford is for that WBO belt. And that WBO belt has only been relevant over the past maybe 8 to 10 years or something. It was always a WBC, WBA, IBF. And now all of a sudden the WBO is making some noise, and I think Crawford has that belt. And the WBO is pretty much I guess it's a birth of Bob Arum. Bob Arum birthed the WBO, I think. The WBO really wasn't even a relevant belt. It was like a National Association of Boxing Federation or something, NABF champion. It was almost in the same likes or same language with that. So I don't even know if it's even a relevant belt in the big scheme of things. Yeah, it's another belt that Errol will probably want in modern boxing, in today's boxing. The WBO, I guess, has some sort of prestige, maybe, but I don't know. I don't want to push it too hard, because I really don't believe that. Maybe because I'm just a boxing purist, and That just wasn't a belt. That wasn't a relevant belt. So anyway, like maybe I'm just ranting, I guess, about this, but Terrance Crawford is doing nothing for his reputation, doing nothing for his position, doing nothing to push for that fight with Errol, other than holding a belt that was essentially given to him. Who did he fight to get that belt? Jeff Horn, maybe? I don't even know. I have no idea. He took the belt from Jeff Horn. Is he even in boxing right now? Like, I don't even know. Like, his welterweight resume. Okay, I guess he beat Sean Porter, who subsequently retired after that fight. Sean Porter looked like a shell of himself, like he was just there to get a payday. I guess he beat I guess he beat Kell Brook. I think he beat Kell Brook. Kell Brook was a shell of himself. I don't know. His resume just doesn't. It's just not talking to me right now. He's a great fighter, but is he taking fights and pushing his legacy or pushing his reputation forward since moving to the welterweight division? I don't think so. And I'm sure people will disagree, but that's just my take on it. So at this point, I'm just a little frustrated with Crawford. He should take a fight prior to fighting Errol Spence. He should take a fight. Not a tune-up, but a fight that could generate a buzz for the fight. Because if Errol Spence mess around and knock out Danis Ugas, it'll generate more buzz for the fight. But Crawford hadn't done anything at all. He's not actually trying to promote himself or the fight with Errol Spence by laying on the sidelines waiting for an opportunity. That doesn't work. He should not remain still. And him remaining still does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. So I don't know what you guys think. I'm just a bit flustered, confused by what he's doing at this point. I think he needs to be active. He needs to take a fight before Errol Spence, at least to help the promotion of that upcoming fight. And he's not doing that. And again, I'm almost to the point where I'm thinking maybe Bob Arum had a point that he's very difficult to deal with because he hadn't even signed a fight. He hadn't even signed with a promotion company. Not to say that he has to. He can be independent, but he hadn't even set up a fight since leaving Bob Arum. So I don't even know what he's doing. So it's just a bit perplexing at this point. So anyway, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. And enjoy your evening. DJ Kryptonite out. Deuces.